Hey guys, I'm not expecting anyone to show up, so don't feel bad if you're not here. And you won't even know that you're not here, You don't know what you don't know. I have to cook some stuff for the island, and I just thought I haven't been live in so long that I would chat with you, the ether, the zero watchers, um, while I do it. So, what are we cooking for the island? Well, we're making roast potatoes. So, I got my olive oil. Making roast potatoes. We're making peanut satay pork skewers on the barbecue and some ham sandwiches for a quick snack and roasted potatoes. What else? Watermelon cubes. Ow, I've got a buggered shoulder and I can't even lift the olive oil. It's a whole other story. Since I saw you last, wait, I shouldn't talk when you're not there. Onion powder. I need garlic. Garlic. And rosemary. There's garlic. There's rosemary. All right. So we want garlic and rosemary. Oops. It's powder. I'm cheating. But when you want it to coat all the potatoes, makes the most sense. My pan. I've got an abnormally small oven. Can you see it there? It's heating up. I'm preheating the oven. Oh my God. I just got a bad reminder. Just popped up. Interest on the HELOC. Home equity line of credit is due. Okay. So I've got an abnormally small oven, and it only takes very specifically sized, smaller than normal baking trays. And my I've got one giant one that won't fit anywhere near the oven. And I don't have the small ones. And so what Airbnb guest has taken off with mine? Seriously. People, like, the weirdest things go missing. Do you know what the biggest attrition is in my Airbnb? Hand towels and washcloths. I started 2 years ago with 18 sets of washcloth, hand towel, bath towel. And I would put them on the end. If there were 5 guests, I would put, them on the end of each of the beds so everybody had their own. Now I keep large stacks of towels in the bathroom because of the hot tub. And the whole set of 18 has reduced down to 1 bath towel and 1 torn hand towel. And the rest are gone. Just disappeared. I think people actually use them to remove their makeup. They used to have white, now I've moved to gray. I think women would use them to remove their makeup, or, do something funky on them and be embarrassed and then shove them in a suitcase. That's the only thing I can think of. And I think that's reasonable to assume. But what I would like to say to every guest before, during, and after, from all time, is that I've been a mother to 4 children and a grown-up child, and I've seen it all. You can't frighten me. You can puke on things. I had people steal. Oh my God, I had people steal the duvet cover, and the duvet. Okay, these are expensive duvets. I want people to luxuriate, so I have these $900 euro down duvets, and they're covered in Irish linen, which is also another close to $1,000 for a queen size set. And I went up, these people left. They were youngish, in their 20s. And I go up to the master bedroom, and the duvet and the duvet cover are gone. And I was thinking, did you think I wouldn't notice? Like, how did you expect to get away with this? Are you crazy? So they were also super late checking out. Checkout is like 11 a.m. and I always let people go till 12 or 1. I don't sweat it much. But these guys, it was like 3 o'clock, and I had to text them and say, hey, you're kind of past checkout time. It turns out that during the night, they drank too much. Someone had thrown up on the duvet and duvet cover, and they'd taken it to laundromat to try and wash it and then bring it back before they left, but it was taking too long. Anyway, they wound up leaving and taking the whole thing to Toronto with them. And I said, bring that back. Bring that back right now. So they brought it to me, a wet, slopping mess, and left it in the front porch for me in the middle of the night. Okay, so those are the potatoes. Rosemary and garlic roasted potatoes, which I love. That's 40 minutes. Do I have Siri on this? Hey, Siri. No. Hey, Siri. I just got a new laptop, which is why I can go online again, because I couldn't go online with the old one. Okay, so that's the potatoes. They're 40 minutes. It is 12:04, so 12:45. And I need to chop up a watermelon. I have to make ham sandwiches, and I have to make the pork skewers. Let's do the pork skewers. All right. I love me a cheap piece of pork tenderloin. And where is it? Oh, my God. This Memories of Szechuan President's Choice peanut satay sauce is the best. And I love peanut satay, so I try them all. It's better than restaurants. It's better than anything. It is awesome. I did not pick up my own pork tenderloin, which is too bad. Okay, well. Oh, I should be soaking the skewers right now. Okay, just a second. Oh, this bowl is covered in oil. It's very slippery. And I have a bum shoulder. I think I tore something lifting a generator. So, pork satay. Memories of Szechuan for President's Choice. And a little piece of tenderloin. I'm not going to trim it. I'm just going to start cutting slices. Oh, bamboo skewers. Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. I have to soak them before. Oh, am I cooking them? Yeah, I'm cooking them here. I'm going to cook here rather than why? Yes, it's adventurous to cook on an island, but why do that to myself when I've got so many other things to worry about? Like this scary animal that was menacing me. Huh. So, right. Okay. So I'm not going to cook on the island. I've only got my BioLite camp stove and a burning barrel, so can't wait to get the burning barrel going. There was a ban last time I was up. And it was pouring rain, so I couldn't cook on the bio stove. All right, still going. Let's do it this way. Oh, you can't see anything, can you? Do you really care? Except my bra. You can see my brassiere. All right. Okay, well, there's one that's really super long. Is that? So that probably needs to be halved. Okay. So maybe we go further out so you can get the whole, and I'll scrouch. I can't scrouch. All right. Oh, potatoes smell really good already. So we are going to there we go. Then Don't want to move it too far into the middle because then it gets like stuck. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I know that's gross. I'm so sorry. I don't have COVID. My sinuses, the allergies are like crazy this year. They're Scrooge again. You know, when I used to make these videos to nobody, especially cooking videos, I had one subscriber, and she was my friend Brenda, who is not my friend anymore. But I used to, for 8 years, I had one subscriber to my channel. So I would make videos and I would start them off with, "Hello, Brenda." And then Brenda stopped watching me. So we're not friends anymore. And she never saw a single Hello, Brenda episode. Oh, this stuff is so good. Hey, one watcher. Who is it? Say hello. Show yourself. I'm just preparing camp food for the island tomorrow. So making roasted potatoes, peanut satay skewers on the barbecue, and ham sandwiches, and watermelon cubes, and I can't think, there's something else I bought. But anyway, cooking at midnight before going to the island. Bye. So I had this friend, Brenda. We were good friends, and I loved her dearly. But she is one of those people that doesn't call you back, like ever. And so every time you reach out, every time I reached out and she didn't respond, it felt like a blow. I told her that I understood that both have similar issues and that I understood and I would never judge her for it, but I did because I really needed somebody. I was in like the worst depression I've ever had. I have, I don't know if it's clinical depression, but I'm medicated and have lots of years of therapy under my belt. But this was and it was chemical. I needed a drug change after 12 years. I was just in the depths of despair and so painfully lonely. I needed her. And so every time I would contact her and she wouldn't respond, it would break my heart a little more each time. And then I told her that I had to block her because I just kept reaching out and reaching out and reaching out. So I had to block her for my sake, to keep me from reaching out to her, not to keep her from reaching back to me. But I didn't think she was ever going to reach back to me. Now, so we had I love you and I'm sorry and it's all good. But then she stopped. She didn't answer my calls. And I changed my thing to unknown caller. Like I turned off my caller ID for some other reason. I forgot to turn it back on. When I called her from the private number, she answered. And that was just crushing. So, yeah. So, and then the first thing she says is, "Don't think that I only answered the phone because I didn't think it was you or I didn't know it was you." And which, of course, means that I actually only answered the phone because I knew it wasn't you. I didn't think it was you. So anyway, she's gone. I'm still reaching out to her, but I think she's blocked me. And I was probably an ass to block her in the first place, but it was just really, I felt like a puppy, like just hankering after her, chasing after her like a little puppy. And the rejection was it was too much. And it's not my normal way, but I was really struggling with the depression and I needed a med change. The this particular depression. It's why I went offline. I just stopped streaming and Friday night cougar streams and stuff. It was beyond. My computer died. And then I bought I bought a Mac, another new MacBook in the spring, in the fall. This is the summer. So I bought a MacBook in the fall. I got it. I didn't open it because I thought I wanted to wait for the other one to truly die, and I didn't really think I deserved a new MacBook and all sorts of mind games going on. So I didn't open it. And then, 2 months after it arrived, I finally cracked it open because my old computer said, no more. I will take this, no more. And 4 days after I opened it, I set a juice box on it. Hey, hey, Jack. I am cooking peanut satay skewers, roasted garlic and rosemary potatoes. I'm going to make some ham sandwiches and cut up some watermelon. This is all to prepare for the island tomorrow. I'm going back to Cow Island. But it's nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. So I'm just yammering about depression and my friend Brenda. I didn't expect to see anybody here, so I just thought it would be fun. I've been offline for a while. Nice. It's delicious. You know what? Are you in Canada? This President's Choice Memories of Chef Swan with the panda on it. The sauce with the panda is so good. It's the best peanut satay sauce ever. So we have to go back. We have to go to the barbecue together. Just a sec. There we go. Use it all. All right, how am I going to do this? I'm going to take you outside first. Come with me. Ignore. I'm sorry. It's my allergies. I'm still coughing. So you want to see a view? This is my patio. And there's the golf course you can't see. And my garden that's completely out of control. And my barbecue. And my cleavage, apparently. Oh, that's too bad because it's the best. The best sauce in the world. Okay, now I'm getting the food. Are you still there? New York, like New York City? I love New York. All right. Do you know anything about grilling? How hot should I let this thing go? I'm thinking like 400 degrees. So have you been here before? I live in this 220-year-old cottage in Coburg. Show what's happening? Show Western New York. Oh, look at that. Hey, hi Jack. I've always thought I'd like upstate New York, but my son and I like to go. Oh, have we ever been? We have a dream of going to Manhattan. We've been separately. We've never been together, but we're both we like show tunes. We like Broadway, and we'd like to spend a long weekend just going to Broadway shows and eating food in New York. Every time I go to Manhattan, it's like July and it stinks. There's always like a garbage strike on. The air is green. It's really bad. It's okay. I'm going to check the barbecue. This is my herb garden. I have baby bunnies everywhere and snakes. It's a year for snakes. Yes. Yum. Oh my God, this is so good. It smells so delicious. And I'm not bragging because I didn't make it. I just bought it out of the. Woo! It's out of a bottle, you know, but it's so yummy. Hey, sounds fun. I so I have an island property that I was just on 6 days ago. I came back. I got trapped there because I have a boat and I bought a brand new outboard. And I don't know from outboard motors. And crossing the lake is very weedy. I got stuck in the weeds and I blew out the brand new motor in its first trip on the lake. So the marina, I called the marina guys and they came out and found me and dragged me to my dock, but they took the outboard with them. So I was stranded. Then they went, like, they closed down for 2 days. So I was there 2 nights and that was fine. And then it started pouring rain and I wanted to go home. And I phoned them and they were closed. They were closed for 2 days. And then when I finally reached them, the guy who answers the phone said, I said, "Hi, this is Jules from Cow Island. Have you had a chance to look at my outboard?" He says, "No, and I've got 15 more ahead of you." And I said, "Well, how many of them have been stranded on a deserted island in the rain for 4 days?" And he said, "Okay, I'll send someone." So the outboard motor survived. I narrowly survived an encounter with a fisher. I had a roast chicken in my tent, and the fisher. Do you know what a fisher is? They're a weasel, but they're super vicious. They're the only mammal that can kill a porcupine. God, I talk a lot. They take a porcupine, they flip it onto its back, and then they eat its face, and then they eat its tummy. Gross, right? So the fisher was just on the other side of the nylon tent, growling and snorting kind of at me. And I forgot that we had a fisher. I kept thinking, do we have hogs on Cow Island, which would be like completely ridiculous. But so I bought a BB gun today, and my brother, who's a cop, told me no, no BB guns. And then I said bear spray, and then he said no, no bear spray. So Jules has no way of. Oh, there's more. It keeps. There we go. Nope. I've got no way of like scaring off the fisher. I'm supposed to have men pee around my tent. I don't have any men, and I'm not going to ask any of them that I know for pee. You know, I just think it would be impolite. It would be, right? That would be weird. Okay, just a second. Woo! Oh, I didn't think about how ow I was going to turn these. Ow! Okay, I made a mistake. Oh, wait. Yeah, baby. Whoops. Improvise. There's you over there. There. Ah, shit. Fuck. God damn. Okay. This is probably going better than one could have expected. Okay. Are you still there? You are still there. What do you do for a living? You should video. I do. I do video myself on the island. Why am I typing? I can just talk. I do. There's one of me right after the fisher encounter talking about how I want to go home because there was a big puddle just like forming in the middle of the tent, and my air mattress started to deflate. It's one of those never flat air mattresses, so it's got a pump that's supposed to detect a loss of pressure and repressurize it. That wasn't working. It started just deflating on both settings, inflate and deflate. It was deflating, and every time I tested it, I would lose more air. Right, so I'm on this airbed that's, and I'm soaking wet. I didn't bring the right clothes. I was not prepared, and I'm a northern girl. I should be prepared. I'm from Thunder Bay, Ontario, which is 22 hours northwest of Toronto. Okay, 22 hours how I drive, 19 how other people drive. I'm gonna get a sauce brush. I have a question. Oh, right on. I'm sorry about my cough. I know it's terrible. I know it sounds terrible, but like I said, it's just my sinuses. I don't have COVID or anything. And I'm not making you eat the food, although you would be welcome to if you're here. I have all the sauce brushes in the world, and this is the first time I've used one. I don't know how I obtained all these sauce brushes. I'm sure at least one of them was my ex-husband's. Oh, dude, this is so good. It smells so good. Crazy. I took my ex-husband out for lunch today. We went to Red Lobster because I like the clam chowder and the cheddar biscuits. Yeah. Are you married? Do you have children? Do you have pets? I'm kind of hankering for pets. What time is it? 12:25, so 20 more minutes for the potatoes. These things, I think one more flip will do. Try it again. Can you see the barbecue? There. I wasn't expecting anyone to see me oh no, you can't see me from the waist down. Good. Because I only dressed my upper half. I'm wearing ragged pajama bottoms on the bottom half. Ah! After this, we're going for a hot tub. Oh, damn you. Oh, fuck. No. They're too hot. Oh, shit. Jack, what do I do? Help. Actually, the bamboo's not that hot, but the metal is hot. Oh. Ow. Balls. There we go. Oh, still delicious. Hey, there's two people. Hello, people. Married, children, and pets. It's three things. Do you have a dog? Anybody have a dog? I need a dog. Not your dog, but any dog. I watch like YouTube shorts of dogs. My dog was really special. Everybody's dog is special, but Bernard was like the most special dog I've ever had. Oh, and he didn't meet a pleasant end. It's been 3 years, but I'm still grieving, and I want a golden retriever because I'm a human golden retriever. I think everybody should be friends, and everybody should share my toys, and I'm just super I'm super friendly and forget about like having boundaries and being self-protective. I had a little fuck up with my neighbor because I was super nice to them when I first moved in. I didn't realize that they actually wanted to buy my house, and it turned into like 2 years of terrorizing me, which is documented on the Karen Next Door channel. Gotta go, going to get up early. Blessings to you. 2 dogs. No. Okay, so nice to meet you, Jack. Thank you for coming by. It was a pleasure. Good night to you. Thank you. All right, who's next? Who's number 2? All right, we're still making the peanut satay skewers. And you too, Jack, come back again. Look for Island. Jules Goes Wild are the Island videos, I think. I'm missing. I've got a bunch on my phone that I haven't uploaded yet. Because most of them, I had my face cut off. Which isn't a bad thing, but it looks a little weird in the videos. Okay. So, peanut satay, so delicious. I'm cooking it to bring up to the island tomorrow. It's probably good enough. I can get a plate. Just a second. Hello, I have a plate. I'm going to take the skewers off. And I don't know if they're 100% cooked, really. The light's not the greatest, but I can still heat them up on the campfire tomorrow. Does anybody know about food safety? Is that safe with pork? Whoa, that was cooked for sure. Oh my God, these smell so good. Oh my God. Oh, why don't you want to turn off? There we go. All right. I don't know if anybody's here. Is anybody here? Nope, nobody's here. Okay. So we're going back in the kitchen. I'll come back to you. Hey, hello there. Hello, one person. How are you? I'm looking a little, actually, haggard. Cooking at 12:30. Roasted potatoes in the oven. Oh, you're gone already. Okay. Roasted potatoes in the oven. Peanut. I have to get rid of this because it's covering up the screen. Jack. Hi, Jack. How are you? Why are you not disappearing? Hide. Okay. So this is a load of peanut satay skewers made with the memories of Szechuan peanut satay sauce, which is better than anything I've ever made, better than anything I've ever bought, better than the stuff from India. Is the best sauce. I love this sauce. So we're going to paint these up with some more sauce, let them cool, and then we will box them up and put them in the fridge overnight and heat them up on the campfire tomorrow. This is pork tenderloin, nice and tender and juicy. Okay, so that's that. So now, hello again. I think I'm getting sweaty. I'm standing beside the oven, and it's June 20th. It's hot. So I can't use that side of the cutting board, so we use this side. And we're going to make some, I'm just going to cut up some watermelon because it's my favorite. I don't like drinking much. I don't like drinking water. I get dehydrated all the time. And watermelon has electrolytes and hydration, and it's actually very good for you. So it's my go-to in the summer. But this watermelon cost me $10. $10 fucking dollars. Because the price of food in Canada has skyrocketed and it's killing people. Should not use that knife. I actually have a big giant knife here. I have a big giant knife here. What's the best way to do this? Shave off the rind and then cut it into cubes. Oh, my shoulder's really buggered. Oh, I bought a generator to run my lake muck and weed aerator. And the generator was 111 pounds, which I thought I could handle. But I hurt tore something in my shoulder pulling it out of the car. So I bought a second generator, which was 44 pounds lighter. I still have this buggered shoulder, though. Then I had two generators, neither of which I could move. And I had a friend come over today and put it into my car, and I returned it to Canadian Tire. So that was pretty exciting. But I have all this work to do on the island. I'm doing it by myself, and having a torn something in the shoulder is not cool. Not cool. It's bad. I should be on a lower table. I should be taller. Oh, oh God. I'm no Martha Stewart, that's for sure. But I can build a cabin in the woods on an island by myself. I think. We're going to find out anyway. I'm building a treehouse. I'm not saying, oh, well, let's just throw the rinds out. Why am I putting them in the garbage for? Crazy chicken. We throw them off of the porch towards the golf course. Well, like here. Ow. Ow. Oh. I'm really barely making it into the garden. So some snake or bunny will come along and enjoy that. Oh. I've got baby bunnies. Oh, I was swarmed by seagulls yesterday. It was the craziest thing. All over my roof. Okay, I'm miles away from the lake. All over my roof, and they would swarm into my yard and go crazy, and then I'll go back up to resting on my roof and my fence. There was like 50 of them, and it was cray. And I think they were eating baby bunnies, which is so disturbing. But we read about seagulls eating house cats, and the article saying it's not as uncommon as you think. And I'm thinking, if they were hungry enough, but how would they find me? I didn't have any food on site until today when I picked up my groceries. And I don't have any garbage here because I've made a dump run. So I don't know what they were, other than bunnies or baby snakes, which I also have. I can't imagine what they were doing, but they wouldn't shut up, and they were here into the night, just making noise. I have squirrels in my ceiling, which is a thing when your house is 200 years old. So very stubborn squirrels do not want to leave. There's a one-way door they ate their way into the roof vent. They were into the roof vent, and there was tons of them up there. And I called an exterminator. He put in a one-way door and then wired up the rest of the vent, and they chewed through the wire and got back into the roof again. And then he double wired it. And right now we're just assuming that they're leaving. It's quite a sad sight. The vent is just chewed, and a sad one-way door there. I didn't realize that I also had them in my porch off the living room. There's a little porch with a little roof. Oh, I've got a giant moth, and it's the way to the hot tub. And I've had guests here 2 weekends in a row, and I didn't know that one-way squirrel door was still on that roof, which I would have warned them about just for appearance's sake. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now this is a lot of watermelon to throw out rind. It's just the one bad. Okay, we'll put it in the compost, but the compost is kind of full. Oh, the bag isn't open. I can't open the bag. Okay, we're going out to the garden, and I'll be right back. I know there's nobody here. This is for future watchers. Just give me a second. Oh, don't slip. Hello again. So I have a very narrow backyard, but it's really lush. The garden is super crazy this year. It is out of control. But there's a chain link fence, and it gets covered in Virginia creeper, so it looks really cool in the summertime. And then I've got a really rich, huge garden in front of it. And I throw stuff over the fence, the chain link fence, because it goes to like no man's land. I own about 5 feet of the no man's land, and then it like drops off to the golf course parking lot. And I put like weeds and this watermelon rind, fruit. I throw stuff over there. But my compost is so full, I can't add any more. And then, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. Turns out I have all the oven mitts in the world. If you're missing your oven mitts, they're probably here. Oh my God. Okay, shake it, rattle and roll. Come on now. Oh, the potatoes smell really good too. They look like they're done, but we still have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's put away some of the spices. I have trouble lifting the olive oil because of my shoulder. Try to put away with my left. I'm not just right-handed, I am very right-handed. My left arm is really more of a decoration. It's decorative, not so much functional. It's certainly not connected to my brain in any way. So I'm kind of spastic with my left. Although I found myself writing with my left hand. I was on the phone and I started taking notes with my left hand. I've never written with my left hand before in my life. My left hand and arm feel foreign, like I just haven't used them my whole life. Why is it just, oh my God. So my arm should be down. Jesus, Murphy Brown. Okay, I'll burn this when I have the hot tub. Ow! Stop hurting me. It's only 2 tubs. One's for sandwiches, one's for watermelon. I need more than 1 tub. I more than 2 tubs. Okay. So. Oh. Boy. And watermelon is so good. It's a seed. I thought it was a bug. Seeds? Who ever heard of seeds anymore? I don't want to swallow the seeds. The watermelon's going to grow in my tummy. Remember that? If you're like 40 years of age or older, we had seeds back in my day. It's not going to fit in there. Oh, it's so good. Okay. I'm going to eat one. Not so much with the flavor. That's protein. Has no flavor. $10 watermelon has no flavor. That's actually annoying. But it is good for hydration, so I will take it and I will force myself to eat it. Well, it might fit. So, what else do we need for the island? I'm getting sandwiches. I'm making some sandwiches. Just ham. Nothing else on them. No mayo to spoil. I have 2 bags of ice, but when I left the island last Monday, I was in a Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't know. I've been here for 6 days. I'm sorry. I left the island. I left in a hurry. They were coming to get me, and I just had enough time to pack up one bag of gear, like some clothes, soaking wet clothes. And I left like my tent up, my sleeping bag out. I removed the food from the tent, I think. I'm not sure. And if I didn't, then that whatever that growling thing was that was coming after me the night before I left is probably going to get its hands on it, which be depressing. Well, no, because I can't eat that food anyway. The deer really like Quaker Harvest Crunch, which I know I left a box of up there. And they'll kick in a door to get to Quaker Harvest Crunch. I have no more room. Okay, potatoes are done. Look at this. When I say I have all the oven mitts in the world, I have all the oven mitts in the world, and that isn't all of them. I just had one. It's okay. These are my favorite, although they're really messy. Ow. Jesus, Murphy Brown. Okay, turn off. Oh. So, son of a gun. Come on now. There we go. Ow. Oh, hot oil. That's what that is. Okay, so that hurts. Let's try the other one. I have to throw these out now. So, did I make a mess in the bottom of the oven? Is that what I did? Ow. Hot. Oh boy, did I ever. I've got company coming. I've got guests coming, and I can't go to the island tomorrow. I'm cooking food for the island, and I can't go. I've got to wait for my new cot to arrive. Clean that oven. Finish the towel laundry. Burn a bunch of cardboard. I could throw that in the shed. Yeah, this is a problem. So there's the watermelon. And the satay is still hot, so I can't pack it up. Okay, I've got to eat some of this watermelon. This one looks bland. This watermelon was $10. It has no flavor at all. Depressing. And if you missed it, I was packing to go to the island tomorrow because I'm building a cottage by myself with my own two hands and like a torn rotator cuff or something that I got from moving a generator that I had no business trying to lift. Oh, it's watermelon. Too much watermelon. I have to make sandwiches now. We have just plain ham sandwiches, no mayo, no cheese, nothing that can spoil. Oh, I was going to tell you a funny story about my cooler. I was going to get a Yeti cooler. I really wanted one. But then the price was like, geez, don't spend that. Don't spend $600 on a cooler, please. So I had a cooler last year, and I despised it. I left it up on the island. I hated it. It was terrible. It was dinky. It had no drain. The worst, and it says it keeps the ice for 5 days. It doesn't even keep it for 4 hours. It's the worst cooler ever. I go to Canadian Tire looking to buy a cooler, and I bypassed the expensive ones, and I went to the, Igloo, cheaper ones. And when I got the new cooler up to the island, I plopped it down at the end of there's a picnic table there where I hide all my gear. I plopped it down at the end of the table, and I walked to the other side of the table where the old cooler was, and it's the exact same fucking cooler. I hate that cooler. I hate it. And I have two of them. How stupid. There's something attractive about it, apparently, because I keep buying it. But I don't like it at all. It's not useful. Okay, so what are we gonna do with the potatoes? Let's let them cool. The saute is cool. I can pack the saute. Okay, and then we're gonna make sandwiches. Are you there? Anybody there? Say something. I'm alone here. I think I'm alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. All right, so some nice Black Forest smoked ham or whatever it's called. Smoked Black Forest ham. And oat and honey bread, which is not my favorite. Sunflower and oat bread is my favorite. And just 2 stinking pieces of ham. Oh, it's thick. 1 piece of ham. I should get a lot of sandwiches out of this. Kind of fatty ham, though. Run around. So this is like quick eats because it's when you get to the island, there is a 30-foot straight up hill right at the. I should find a picture and post it, but get off the dock and then it's straight up. I use a pickaxe to get up and down the hill because I'm a fat old lady who's broken in so many ways. And so I use a pickaxe to get up to the first natural landing spot, which is where my ex-husband started the mess. It's like a total disaster. I've got to burn everything. It's like pallets and doors, a big stack of doors. Why did you move 30 doors to an island? He doesn't know. He was suffering from a psychotic break at the time, and he was shoring up for the zombie apocalypse on the island, and he made kind of a mess. I am going to clean it up and sort of reclaim it as mine this year. And kind of late in the season, I haven't got much done. It all seems quite overwhelming, and it's been a lot of buying of tools. I've spent so much money on tools and a boat trailer and an outboard motor, and I blew the outboard motor the first trip, picked up at the marina. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. Let's come back in the oven. Oh, I picked up the boat motor from the marina, right? $2,500. They put it on the boat. I have a lot of trouble backing the trailer into the water, which just embarrassed everybody, including me. Well, especially me. Some people just couldn't bear to watch and had to leave. Put the boat into the water, drove for about 20 minutes into a huge weed bed. Didn't know that you have to reverse to kick the weeds off. The outboard, as it blocks the water intake and stops cooling the engine. So when my motor started smoking, I said, hey, something might be wrong here. And I, and then I had to call the marina. They sent a guy out, and he towed me to the island. And then he took the outboard with him, which seemed like a good idea at the time. But 3 days later, it was pouring rain. My tent was a puddle. I was soaking wet. Everything I owned was soaking wet. And a fisher was coming after me in the tent. You know, a fisher, it's like a weasel, but it's really vicious. It's the only mammal that kills porcupines. It flips them on their back and it eats their face and then their belly. Gross. And it was right on the other side of the nylon, snarling at me. Actually snorting and growling. So that's my island adventure. It's not my only island adventure, but it's the most recent one. And I made a very pathetic video from my bed, soaking wet. I'm like, I don't want to go home. Somebody take me home. Someone come and get me. But anyway, so when I called the marina, I almost spit out watermelon. Called the marina. So they took the motor. Then I was good for 2 days, and then it started raining for 2 days, and the marina was closed. And I phoned them. When I finally reached them, the guy says, I said, hi, this is Jules from 112 Cow Island. Have you had a chance to look at my outboard yet? He goes, no, and I've got 15 ahead of you. And I said, well, how many of them have been stranded in the rain on a deserted island for 4 days? Okay, I'll look at it. Anyway, it turned out the motor was fine. I haven't used it since, but I did manage to get a tow back to the marina. They loaded my boat onto the trailer, so I didn't have to, you know, um, try to maneuver jackknife the trailer. When I brought it home the first time, it just jackknifed up the side of the car, ripped a whole bunch of my bumper, like tore a hole through my Kia Soul bumper, and then flipped on its side, and I like dragged it. Mess, total disaster. And that's me. How am I gonna put these sandwiches? I don't have enough containers. Like, I should make more sandwiches. Okay, I can do upright sandwiches. And seriously, this is like grab a snack. Maybe I'll put 2 slices of ham in because I don't want to make that many sandwiches. Anybody saying hi? No? Okay. So the potatoes are done. The pork satay is done. I've got a bunch of sandwiches. I've got a bunch of watermelon. I've got Castile soap, which is a big get. It was $18, but Castile soap, if you don't know, is pure Castile soap is made with olive oil, and it is the only purely ecologically friendly soap. There's no sulfates or anything in it at all. You can use it to wash your dishes, wash your clothes, wash your body, wash your baby, wash your dog, wash your boat. You can use it for everything. So it's been hard to come by, and I finally got a bottle. My ex-husband actually became obsessed with Castile soap at one point. He made a bunch, and he was just trying to give it away to everybody. So that was interesting. But I learned a lot about Castile soap because he was an environmental research scientist. So he actually did know about these things. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. Oh my God. Okay, I have to my back hurts. I've got to go check the thermostat because this is insane. And I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Look at my pretty plates on the wall. Ow. Jesus, Murphy fucking Brown. It's not that hot outside. It's not hot outside. It was 69 degrees in here. That's not hot. It's killing me. Okay, so now I've got sandwiches. I've got watermelon. I need something to pack the potatoes in. Oh, but I figured out I can't go to the island tomorrow anyway because I'm expecting a new bed because my air bed is defective. Oh, ow. Oh, that hurts. Okay, let's see. It's not big. Oh, that is big enough for potatoes. Hey, so when people stay here in the Airbnb, sometimes they have takeout food and they leave me the containers, which is awesome. I need a spoon, perhaps. Ow, a big spoon. Oh God, where are you? Oh, I kept it out in the bunker because it's bent. Okay. Hello again. We're doing this. I can't believe how hot it is in here. I had 2 doctors order blood work, duplicate blood work, so I had 12 vials of blood taken today, and I had an EKG. I didn't feel like 12. I'm hoping maybe they realized there were duplicates and they didn't need to do that, but it's pretty funny. And then I had to pee in a cup, and I couldn't do enough. So they sent me home, which is the next town over. And by the time I got home, I had to pee. So there you go. So I ran back to the lab and did that, and then I went up to Peterborough and brought my ex-husband to Canadian Tire to buy a thermometer. I bought a yard cart for my winch system. So on the island, it hurts to do that. I had a hand winch they use for on sailboats to haul things on a kayak up the hill. Okay, did I say this? Get out of the boat. It's like super steep grade. I have to use a pickaxe, climb it. It's about 30 feet to the first natural landing area where all the cluster fuck is. And then there's another 150 feet out to the natural building spot, which is a big flat area overlooking the lake and the trees. It's gorgeous old growth forest. Oh, and that's where the tent is and a picnic table where I hide all my gear and stuff. Why was I telling you this? There was a reason. I had a reason for telling you this. Oh, the winch. So I had this hand winch, but it took a lot of turns to get like 170 feet up the hill. So I bought a 4,500 pound power winch with a remote control, and then it needs to be mounted flat like it would be on the front of an ATV or a truck, right? So I was playing with like posts and lumber that was left over, and no real good way to anchor it in the humic. The soil is old growth forest. It's nothing but humic layer, like, and then bedrock. So nothing that I put in there would hold while I'm carrying weight up the hill. So I was worried about that. And I have a downed tree, and these loggers came. They cut it up into chunks. So I grabbed one of the big chunks, and I rolled it over to the tree where the winch is. And now I've lashed it with ratchet straps. So there are 5,000 pound ratchet straps, two of them, holding this tree trunk at the base of this big tree. And I'm going to mount the winch on there. And then I've got 150 feet of cable that goes almost down to the dock, but just enough that you can sort of get things out of the boat onto the dock and then into the cart, and then push a button, and it's going to drag it up the hill. And it's going to make my life a lot easier. And then I'll use the hand winch to move things laterally. So this is my plan for moving heavy things to build the cottage. I'm going to build a tree house, a utility shed, a boat shed to overwinter the boat and motor, and for water toys and stuff, PFDs, and I need electrical down there for the lake muck and weed aerator I just bought. It's $4,000 US. It was a big investment, but at the end of my dock there's like this much water, and then the rest is flock. And flock is, I keep calling it silt, but it's not silt. It is actually the remnants of sewage treatment and farms, and it's just disgusting to think about, and it smells. So it's a great fishing lake, but it's not a swimming lake at all. So I bought this thing to blow muck and weeds for a 100-foot radius around where I install it. So at the end of my dock, it'll clear out my waterfront and my neighbor's waterfront and my other neighbor's waterfront, and make it swimmable and sellable. So I'm pretty excited about that. In order to install it, though, I have to get into the flock. And it's 4 feet. I'm 5'4", so I can't use that arm. So shoulder depth, and it acts like quicksand. I watched this guy, 6'2", strong, young, 20-something Frenchman, super cute. When he was installing my dock last week, he went in. Ow! He went in hip waders, and he got scared because the flock grabs you like quicksand, and he couldn't lift his legs. And I saw him. I was sitting on the shore, and I saw him get scared, and I saw this happen. And he's taller than me, so he's got more generous forgiveness than I do. And the estimation is 4 feet. It could be deeper. And I have my one strong arm is dead to me right now because I've torn some kind of muscle or just strained muscle. I've done something that makes my shoulder pretty useless and my arm very weak above the elbow. Like for here, I'm good, but up and down, it's not good. So if something happened, if the flock grabbed me, if I got sucked in. I wouldn't have full strength to pull myself out. Plus, the dock is taller than me if I'm standing in the water. It's just no bueno. I think it's super dangerous. I can't believe how hot it is in here. So we got the watermelon, the sandwiches, and now it's pork satay skewers. Ow! That are, can you see these? These are delicious. Hello, two people. I'm pretty excited that you're here. So these are pork satay skewers I just made on the barbecue. I don't want the whole stick because I don't have big enough containers. Oh, shit. Okay, so we'll take it off the skewers. Damn it. This is, well, I knew it would be a clusterfuck, which is why I chose to stream it. And you don't need to see my cleavage while I'm squeezing pork satay skewers out into a container. Oh. I think I should probably see a doctor, but I'm not going to do that because it makes sense. I'm not that kind of person. I don't like to make sense. Oh! Oh my God. So delicious. Am I going to eat one of these? No. What am I going to eat? I haven't had dinner. It's 1:05 a.m. Hey, old dragon dude. No, old dragon dude. It is late. Mark. Oh, I just got satay on my MacBook. It is late. I should go to sleep, but I'm entirely too lonely. I'm bored, and I don't sleep. Oh my God. Mark, this peanut satay is so good. How long have you been here? Have you heard all my tales about the island and the generator and the boat and the fisher? I just messaged Gord Ellis and asked him for his advice about the fisher because I bought a BB gun today, and then my brother said no, and then I thought, oh well, I'll return it, exchange it for bear spray, which is $75 for a canister, and my brother said also no, that if you're under stress, there's too much room to cross-contaminate and like blast yourself in the face because of the direction of the wind or something. And I saw that as extremely likely. So, oh no, I need more sauce. So I don't know. Hey, just got here, heard about the boat and motor. Okay, good. All right, so we got satay, we got ham sandwiches, we have watermelon, and ham sandwiches, watermelon, roast potatoes. I think that's good. I think that is a night. Oh, my shoulder. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop now because, this has been a lot of craziness, and I've got satay sauce all over my new MacBook. Oh, fuck, I forgot to finish the story about my MacBook, and nobody was here for it. So, okay, so I bought the new MacBook, didn't open it, opened it 4 days later. I opened a Tetra Pak. I like juice boxes, okay? A 54-year-old woman who likes juice boxes. Sliced it open with a box cutter and nicked the bottom of one of the Tetra boxes. I put it on my new M2 Pro chip MacBook, and it leaked into the keyboard and died. It completely died. Insurance wouldn't cover it, and so I had to buy another MacBook. So it's like 3 MacBooks in 6 months. And my old MacBook was 13 years old until the day it died, and it suffered so many indignities. I spilled a whole bottle of ginger ale on it when I had COVID. Just knocked a 2-liter bottle over, got into all the keyboard, made everything sticky, but still worked. And no bueno, no more. All right, we got food, and then next time I see you, I'll be on the island. Nice to see you, Mark. Super high. Okay, I can't believe I'm hanging up when I've actually got 2 people, but I'm going to go. I'm so hot, I'm dying. Time for smoke. Good night, everybody. Thanks for indulging me. Love you. Bye. Oh, end broadcast. End broadcast. What? Continue. This is so embarrassing. Direction. Dictionary. It's giving me the dictionary description of end. What is going on, new MacBook? End broadcast. Good night, everybody. End broadcast. Bye.